Hey, welcome
Hi.
to Aaron Live
With cake.
with cake. This is
With cake.
Shelley. This is the big show.
I know. I'm
gonna
so
start.
excited.
I'm going to
I could
start.
barely sleep last night.
I'm thinking. Well, but
Oh,
is
wait,
that
that's
the
not-
reason?
No, but I'll just pretend. Let's pretend. I was so excited.
I may change the name to the big show for Sundays because we
Oh.
have so much stuff packed in here.
Gosh, we had
It's
to make
just
a list.
incredible. It's incredible.
It only
I
took
do-
me
got a
about
list.
10 years for you to make a list.
I know.
Yeah.
But
That's okay.
10 years of marriage and her. Well, we've been married almost 30, but it took about the first 10 years.
Gosh, a long time.
I know, to get me to actually start making a list and
Long time.
actually being prepared. So, well, let's take a quick look who's here first, and then
Yeah.
we'll get right into the show because it is big and there is stuff to do.
There's cake to
It's
eat.
huge. It's just
There's cake.
huge. Yeah, there is cake. All right, let's see here. Fly Fox Pro is here. We can always count on him.
Yeah.
Talking about Halo games. Nighthawk Warrior is here. What?
Yeah. No sling. It's here.
Oh no,
He's just kind of.
hurts shoulder.
Yeah.
Can't lift up
Oh,
that high.
yeah. I can't. You could stand
anyway.
it. You could stand it.
No.
Stand it. No. Okay.
Let's see. Andrew Thomas here. Good evening.
Hey.
At least here, Aaron. I'm looking forward to tonight's right-handed drawing. So am I.
Yeah,
hurt
it's
my
gonna be
shoulder
interesting.
just thinking about it.
Ooh, don't. Steve.
Let's see. No sling. Now let's okay. Angelo's here. Hello.
Lovely folks. I feel so lovely. I like it. I like it a lot.
That's right. Carlos Rafael says, "Hi, you two lovely folks." That's worth a little
Gotta get the shout
screenshot
out. Yeah.
there, and maybe just a little bit of this.
Yep.
No, I think that was nice.
That was earned.
Yeah, it was well earned.
Yeah.
But now we're going to hide you. Okay, so if you remember in the last two shows, I'm sure you do, but the last two shows we had the first was pie or cake, and everybody voted
for cake,
which I'm kind of a pie guy. But so anyway, cake won.
Like you turn down cake.
Well, I'm not going to turn down anything with sugar in it, but
or if it's free.
Right, or if it's free. It doesn't even have to taste good. If it's free, I'll eat it. And so then we went to hello, can I wait just a second? And then we went from establishing that was going to be cake,
right,
to chocolate or not. And then we decided overwhelmingly that it was chocolate, which I'm happy about because I'm a chocolate addict. So tonight we're going to eat our cake. Now you guys don't have to have chocolate because I know some people, but I'm eating chocolate.
You can watch
Shelley's
us eat chocolate.
Right. But we hope that you're enjoying cake with us. And I want you guys, of course, to come in on the message and let us know what cake you're eating. But now, first, Captain Canada demands a slap, and I will never walk away from that. That was two for good measure.
Just for fun.
Just for fun.
An extra one for fun.
All right. So anyway, so that's what we're going to start with. And so let's step into it with a formal introduction before we actually start eating.
I got you.
Okay, so that's kind of a nice little, cake intro we had. So let's take a look at what we got. I've got to tell the cake story, though.
Oh, there was some effort.
Bring this out here.
Well,
so
we didn't.
If the dog.
I didn't make one because having an entire cake in our house would be a little bit dangerous.
Yeah, it looks good. We're kind of supposed to be on a diet, so we're trying to avoid eating an entire cake. So I went to Cheesecake Factory. And there's so many freaking people there. I couldn't even find a place to park to go in and get a piece of cake.
It was like
Christmas. So then I went to Whole Foods and I thought, well, surely they'll have cake. No. So I ended up going to another grocery store and getting this, but it looks okay. So this is what we're going to go for. You don't like the cherry?
I don't like cherries.
Can I eat your cherry? Wow. I just got myself in trouble. Can I eat this cherry then?
I want to have the mouse for a minute. Have the mouse for a minute.
No, I've got stuff all over my hands. No, hang on a second. Cherry.
What's your favorite kind of pie? Somebody wants to know.
My favorite pie is either blackberry or cherry. Depends on my mood.
Okay, for your comment, let's see, what can I give you? How about one of these? Now what? Oh, it comes back. Or a slap.
Dog it.
You're disgusting.
All right.
I'm
All
gonna
good.
All right. So what happened to my fork?
Oh.
All right. So I'm
Okay.
going to take the first bite. I'm going to hand it off to Shelley because this dog is attacking me, and I don't think I can
Esther.
hold him off with one arm. There's like creamy stuff in here. Come on.
Drop it.
Don't drop it. Left-handed. We'll hand that baby off to Shelley.
Called it a Hagrid cake? No respect. Hagrid. Hagrid cake?
Oh. Actually, for a cheap, like, grocery store cake, that's pretty good. So I hope you guys, let's see. Andrew Tom said, I made a cake for my wife's birthday last year, and my kids called it Hagrid cake. No respect in my house.
What's that?
No. Let's send this to your kids, Andrew.
Just for fun.
Just for fun. I took the mouse back.
Ooh,
now if I can get rid of the
it
dog.
It is storming and raining. Beautiful Oregon.
Okay. So.
Oh, I'm eating cake.
Well,
supposed to do?
Yeah. Okay. We're supposed to eat some cake, but I'd put that up higher with the beast down there. Oh, our dog is on the prowl.
Way taller than anticipated.
Okay. So seriously, are we the only ones having cake? Come on, you guys. If you're having cake with us, share what kind you're having. Yeah, you're supposed to like eat this with us.
Don't do it on the sketchbook.
Okay.
Oh, that might be worth money.
Yeah.
Aaron's cake.
The cake
and a sketchbook.
Yeah, I tell you, I better move that out of the way. Okay. I'm gonna have one more bite before we get rolling because this is.
Don't. It's mine.
Well, how come you're eating mine?
Yours is right there.
Oh, I see.
Goober head.
Okay. We started from different ends and I got confused.
Yep. Sorry, Josh.
It's not bad. That's pretty good stuff.
Not bad at all. See, the thing is, when I finish mine, I'll eat his.
Now, the other
mine
thing
is mine and what yours is mine?
Right, exactly. So what else is going on today is we're going to return to this right-handed drawing in this sketchbook. And hopefully I won't get any chocolate on it. We'll see, though. No promises. I'm going to move it actually out of there so that... Okay. So we have a lot of new features because every Sunday we like to mix it up, add some stuff. It's more of a variety show. That's, what I've been promising. And so Shelley has a special moment. As you know, she's been following her Oregon State Beavers in the NCAA basketball tournament. And so we have a little bit of a moment here that special moment that Shelley's going to share with you. It's actually kind of a culturally enlightening. What did you call it?
The cultured part of the show.
Yeah, the cultured part of the show. That's right.
With class here.
Yeah. So we'll take a look at this real quick. Hey, that's our dog. He's not happy. He wants cake. And I'll just back off and let Shelley take center stage with this moment of culture.
Okay. Because I am such a cultured individual.
Well, you are. So spread the culture around.
Jacket.
Spread it around like peanut butter. Yeah.
Forgot my letterness jacket.
Well, you can't do everything.
Husker,
get out, Husker.
All right. So we decided today that we would put together a poem to celebrate the Beavs. So entitled The Beavs. You guys ready? They were picked to finish last in the fall, but instead they finished past them all. They won their conference tourney to start their NCAA journey. They were seeded 12 and beat a 5 to keep that upset streak alive. With a coach of the year named Tinkle, they found victory in a field house named Hinkle. The win to join the 16 was sweet, but the Elite 8 is quite a feat. It hasn't been done since '82, which was high school for me and you. One more win on the basketball floor, and they find their place in the Final Four. Oh, my gosh. Now get behind my team's elation and give your full support to the Beaver Nation. Go Beavs.
There it is.
Woo! How about that?
That's what we call culture.
We are such doors. Okay. You fight. You don't know what
I don't know what it is.
O-D-E-R-S. We'll see the comments like, you guys are the biggest dorks
Yeah,
ever.
And there you have it. That's the cultural part of our show. And she's still going on. Okay.
You.
Excellent.
Oregon State. Fight, fight, fight. All right, we're
Okay.
good. All right. That was fun. Thanks.
Let's see, Josh Olives. Josh says that he wishes I'd put some chocolate in his sketchbook. I just got mine a few days ago. That Lumiere in there was awesome. It just finally showed up. Wow. Well, you're all the way in Alabama, and I put it on that slow boat. So, okay. So we got Shelley's culture out of the way, spreading the culture around, a little poetry.
Very little.
But now we're going to go to one of our features that we started last show that I like to call
Across the rainbow, brave trout Asgard, where the booming heavens roar. You behold in breathless wonder the god of thunder, mighty Thor.
wow.
Husker can't believe it.
I mean, that's again a little bit of a tearjerker there. So that's
very precious.
That's our precious moments from yesteryear. Now we're going to introduce a new segment to the show that I'm going to try to make a regular occurrence for quite some time because it's a little more open-ended than toys I made without your help or whatever that was called, because I only had a certain amount of toys, and I'm out of toys now, so we can't do that feature anymore.
So
but this is one that I think that I need to get into the comic book business a little bit because, after all, I am in the comic book business. So it's now time for comics that I like that I didn't work on. Now, this can span over decades. It could be any comic book. It could be a comic book from the 40s if I wanted to. Probably not going to see a lot of super current stuff because I don't read a lot of super current stuff. But, and this will give you an idea, this is probably the most current comic I've read that I liked. Let's take a look. Savage Avengers #1. Now, a couple of years ago at San Diego, somebody came up to me and said, you should check out Savage Avengers. And I went, that is the most ridiculous concept I've ever heard. No, I have no interest. And he goes, I will pick you up a copy and give it to you if you'll read it. I said, all right. So he went and got it, gave it to me, and I read it, and I was stunned. I actually liked it. There's really nice art by Mike Deodato in there. The story actually made sense. It was like, how are they going to get all these characters together so that it's believable?
Aaron.
I know. I'll show you this. Isn't that sweet? My dog put his head on my shoulder.
That's a precious moment.
It is. That's a precious moment from now, not just yesteryear. So anyway, I read the first story arc, which I think is 1 through 5. And I couldn't believe it, but I actually really liked it. So I recommend it to you guys. If you haven't checked out Savage Avengers, you should do it because it's actually a pretty good read. So there you go. That is our new segment, Comics I Like. So anyway, oops, I was supposed to get rid of that before. See, it's a work in progress. The show is, it's there it is. There it is. Okay. So, okay. Now we're going to finish up the covers that we've been stretched out over.
Oh my gosh.
Now the 3rd episode. I figured I could do it in one episode until I realized how many covers I'd actually done. And I thought, well, I'm going to have to split them up.
A bigger deal than I thought.
Yes. And so the first episode we did covers, I covered from my very first cover all the way through Marvel. And then the second episode we did covers on, I did all my DC covers. Now we're going to show some stuff that, well, there's a little bit of post-DC in here, but some of it I did most of it I did while I was at DC, but for other companies. And we're going to take a look at some of those. My dog apparently thinks I have chocolate cake in my pocket, but I do not. So he can sniff down there all he wants. So anyway, let's take a look at this. And let me also point out that we're running a contest, and we're going to pick a winner tonight, and the winner gets a trade paperback of Dark Multiverse Infinite Crisis, signed by me because I worked on it, and or a print of your choice. And I will preview those prints later in the show. But so what I want to do is I want to, you guys give me your best guess for how many covers you think I've done in my career. It's more than 150. That's all I'm going to tell you. And so this is just the person that comes in with the closest number. Okay.
It could go over. We're not doing
Yeah,
prices right.
That's right. Could go over. Excuse me, but just whoever's closest. And we will we'll take those numbers, not right this second. You can do it now if you want, but
I'll go back
we'll tabulate them up at the end of the show, and then pick a winner then. So let's go take a look at comments and see what's happening. Let's see.
Yeah, glad you recovered. About right there. Yeah.
Aaron was the animator on that cartoon.
We are old, right?
Mike's a good guy. He invites me to come on his show, and then when I go on his show, it's like his studio's full and I can't get in, so it's just an embarrassment. So, Mike, this is for you. Get 2 in there for good measure. And okay, then we got 3. Good. Okay, that's good enough for now.
Got to do it in odd numbers.
Okay.
Like boo-boo.
Let's see. Savage Avengers does look cool. It does, Jeff, and like I said, it shocked me, but it's good. All right, David Williams is on there. He's I'm not going to click on that. David, I don't know what you're up to. I hear chocolate is bad for dogs. It is.
Yeah, he's not going to have.
He's not going to have any dark chocolate. If Aaron paints his head blue, he can be wise too. Oh, see, you got a little. You got your little Dr. Seuss in there with Shelley's poem. Okay. Oh. I'm going to write down some of these numbers. They're rolling in, folks. Rolling in.
Jeff really likes to slap. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to get the scores. Anybody got some scores for me? I only knew like part of the second half of.
So Andrew goes 244.
Look at you writing with your right hand. Look at you go.
Draw Boba
right,
Foot again? No, I don't think I'm going to do that. He's just mad because we didn't give him any cake.
Yeah. He's tired.
Bert says 543. What else do we got there? Carlos, 289.
Okay, at least 250. It's a little bit too open. X is greater than or equal to.
That's right.
250.
So Nighthawk Warrior, I'm going to give you 250.
Hi, Bert. Oh, he says hi, Aaron. Nice, Bert. Am I invisible?
Wow, you know what happens when you piss off Shelley?
That's what you get. Jellyfish face.
When Shelley Showtime is here, you got to say hi to her as well. I mean, it's just part of the show, right?
I got out of bed for this?
Yep. Okay, all right. So that's enough of the comments. Let's get to the covers.
Oh, my comments or theirs?
Theirs. There's never enough of your comments.
Mine's never ends.
That's right. Okay, so let me scroll down here and let's take a look. I'm going to start off with my creator-owned book, Power Cubed. And I happen to actually like all of these covers. I penciled, inked, and colored them all. This is a book that was released through Dark Horse. Now, if you guys haven't read this, first of all, for shame, it was a 4-issue miniseries, but it's in trade paperback right now, so you can get the trade if you want.
I think I flatted those.
You may have.
I did.
Yeah, so Shelley claims to have flatted the colors on these, and she probably did. She's quite certain she did.
I did.
So anyway, that's 1 and 2.
I can remember his jacket and her bottom. And,
see, look at that. She's all in her bottom.
I'm all over it.
And then this is Power Cube 3 and 4. Now, I actually kind of like all the covers this series, and it's hard for me to say that I've ever actually done an entire series of covers and liked every single one of them. But I mean, there's only 4, but being a creator-owned book as it was, I put a little extra effort into it. Some of these are kind of fun. 3 is kind of more of a Marvel throwback cover where it's a little bit exaggerated to what actually happened in the comic, but hopefully it makes you want to pick it up, right? And then 4, of course, is an homage to Wile E. Coyote. So I threw that in there, and I thought that would be kind of fun. And so anyway, let's move on to Red Sonja Tarzan. Now these are all these independent covers I penciled, inked, and colored myself because I had time to do it.
Flatted part of that one too.
Oh, Shelley says she flatted part of this one too, so I'm not going to argue with her. So that was the first issue of that series. There's the second one, kind of like this. I had the 3 monkeys in the background. I guess I should have had them doing the, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. I don't know why I didn't think of that, but maybe I did and thought, no, it's too cliche, but now I kind of wish I had. So anyway, then we go to the, oops, that's the 4th issue. I think the 3rd issue is way out of order, and I got to dig it out. So, oh, there it is. Sorry. That's actually the 3rd issue. Now, this is kind of my Barry Smith homage with all the leaves in there. And the thing that ticks me off about this cover, though, is I think Red Sonja's sword is too short. And I should have extended it up another inch. And because if it's going to be that short of a broadsword, it needs to be a broadsword, and it's not. It's a thin sword, so it needed to be longer. And so anyway, I was a little disappointed in myself. And I don't know why I didn't realize that till after the fact. But anyway, so there's 3. Now there's Red Sonja Tarzan 4. I kind of dig this cover. Got the lion up there and the gorilla.
Bottom.
Yeah, the gorilla. So that was a fun one. I don't really have a whole lot of commentary on these because it was just kind
Sword
of.
is longer in that one.
Yes, see, she has a longer sword in that one, so it makes a little bit more sense. Okay, now this one is interesting because I had this drawing when I was originally doing Red Sonja covers for Dynamite, like 10 years ago or more when we were still in Florida. So it was just right after CrossGen.
Oh, it's 15.
15 years ago. I drew this headshot of Red Sonja and never ended up using it. And it's been sitting in my sketchbook forever. So when I got this series, I thought, I'm going to use that headshot. And so I did, and then just kind of worked in Tarzan down there at the bottom. So even though it's very simple in its design, I really like it. Because I really like that face shot of Red Sonja. And then finally, the last one, I was trying to get a little artsy-fartsy with her hair, and them kind of being wound up in the, the tree and the vines there. But so those are the 6 issues I did of Red Sonja Conan, and that's pretty much all the red. I showed you the other Red Sonjas I did previously on the previous show. So now let's jump over to Archie, which this is an interesting thing because this is actually Archie. Well, let me show you this first. This is what it actually looks like, or the cover looks like with the logo and everything on it. But the color on this is terrible, so that's why I went back to this, which is actually my color file for it. So anyway, I was approached by Archie, not Archie, but guys that worked for Archie, and asked me to do a cover. And normally, I probably would have said, that doesn't really interest me that much. But Adam Hughes had been doing a bunch of Archie covers, and they were incredible. And I thought, you know what? Adam's my hero. And if Adam can do it, gosh darn it, I'm going to do it. And so it kind of gave me an incentive to kind of go in there and take on the challenge of doing a non-superhero book. And I think it turned out pretty well. And again, penciled, inked, and colored this all by my lonesome. Someone may have flatted it like Shelley or my daughter. I have no idea. But there it is.
I don't remember that one.
Now this one is the 10th anniversary of Archie's The Married Life. And apparently he married Veronica. I had no idea, but that's kind of how it apparently went down. And I'm pretty sure my daughter flatted this one for me.
Yeah, I did. She
when I could talk her into it.
3 times faster than I do.
Now she puts on her headphones and turns on the music and then flats color.
Boom.
And
well, she's way more confident, and her hand is better.
Well, she's an artiste.
That would be true.
So anyway, that was a fun one to kind of get to play with a little bit, kind of this sort of married life, and the annoyed. This reminds me of when Shelley and I were first married, and I remember she was teaching aerobics, and she came back from teaching aerobics, and I was laying on the couch with Josh, who was just a baby, and he was asleep on my chest, and I was asleep on the couch. She was walking and going, "You've been home this whole time and you didn't make dinner?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I guess you have a point there."
I said that?
Yeah, you were kind of ticked at me for not doing anything except sleeping with the baby while you were, you know.
Shoot, that's what I lived for.
Yeah. So anyway, so I kind of channeled that into this cover a bit.
He does when he draws me. It's the annoyed looks that he does. So
hey, you draw what you're familiar with, right? So anyway, then I got a chance to do a couple of different Archie ones. The first one was Archie 1941, which was fun because I got to do it very kind of Americana, World War II. Got to do the outfits for the kids that would have been, appropriate for that time period. So that was a lot of fun. And then the second one, the Archie 1955, which is a more recent one. It was kind of Archie wanting to be a rock star. So I thought, wouldn't it be funny if I kind of took that classic Elvis pose and put Archie in it, and then had the girls screaming around him. And the interesting thing about this is the girl on the bottom there, the brunette, that's my daughter, Samantha. So I featured her in kindergarten on a Wonder Woman cover. Then back, she was probably still in high school. That was 2019. So yeah, it was her senior year in high school when I had her face pose, if you will, for
maybe
that
junior
one.
Year. Depends on when you did it.
That's true.
2020.
That's true. So anyway, I also got to do this, which was Reggie and Me. It's odd. Archie will just call me, just out of the blue and go, hey, you want to do an alternate cover for like the 4th issue of this miniseries? A lot of times it's for the first issues, but sometimes in this case, it's the 4th issue. And I'm still sort of, and it's difficult sometimes on these because sometimes you don't really know what's going on in the series when you're doing the cover. So I end up trying to do kind of a movie poster kind of look thing here. But again, penciled, inked, and colored by me. And then here is the most recent Archie cover I've done. It's not out yet, but it is sweeping across the internet. So I'm sure you've probably seen it. And if you haven't, I'm not going to get in trouble for showing you because it's out there. But this is Everything's Archie. And the story revolves around him trying to raise enough money to buy this guitar that he wants. And of course, hijinks ensue. But
those darn kids. I
went over to my friend who's a teacher at high school, physics teacher at high school around here, but he's also a former rock and roll star and has quite an interesting guitar collection. And so I actually had him, he allowed me to take pictures of a bunch of his different guitars, and that's one of the ones I really liked, and I altered it a little bit, but that's pretty much it. So I had a nice little reference.
You got 40 comments there.
Well, they're just gonna have to wait a second.
Oh, okay.
We're almost done here because everybody's putting in their numbers.
Probably. Oh, probably, yeah.
Okay, this is really recent because I did this for Graham Nolan on his Alien Alamo campaign, which is in funding right now, or in demand, excuse me. Funding in demand is what I meant to say, over on Indiegogo, so you might want to check that out. If you do, make sure you order my cover. But anyway, and that's it right there.
Time for cake.
Shelley's biting in on the cake. I also did a cover for Art to Bear's Chrono Mechanics, which is also funding right now in demand. So that's my alternative cover. So you can go and order that as well to show your support for both Art and me. I also did a cover for Mike Miller's Lone Star, which I couldn't pull up on the internet. I was too lazy to scan my copy of it. So you just have to take my word for it. I couldn't find a color image on the internet. So lazy Aaron. Okay, so now this is the most recent cover I've done for Dynamite. And I've got a sad story for you boys out there. This is James Bond, Agent of Spectre #3. And it's an alternative cover, obviously. They're going to do this is the regular cover. It was a takeoff on Stranko's, I believe it's Shield #4 off the top of my head. Because I was contacted by the editor specifically requesting me to do kind of a Stranko swipe. Now, I first turned in a design that was Stranko inspired, but wasn't really a swipe of anything he'd done that I really kind of liked. But he's like, no, I want something more deliberate. And I went, oh, all right. So I went back and did this, which is a direct, almost swipe. I mean, there's some elements that are different, but it's pretty much what Stranko did. And so you'll see the signature down there. It says Lopresti after Stranko on it. Now, okay, now here's the sad part. See the girl in the underwear?
That's not me.
Apparently.
Not even close.
That's a photo from when we first got married. No.
Oh, not even close.
So apparently the James Bond people getting all woke and all they don't want to show James Bond as being a sexist character anymore. So
Oh,
they don't
of
want
course
any
not.
more girls in bikinis or underwear on the covers and all that kind of stuff. So I have to put a dress on her. So I have to do that this week. So if
Because,
somewhere,
yeah, there's no movies out either that would ever show that.
yeah. So the only way you're going to see this again, well, it's obviously floating around the internet, but if you were to buy the original artwork from me, which of course is available, you'd get it in the underwear version. And I'm just going to do a patch that I'll put on in Photoshop of the dress over the top of her to cover her up. So anyway, that's the James Bond cover that's coming out soon. And then now the final cover of our
Almost got really political
episode cover show. This, and I've been kind of touting this on social media as maybe the best cover I've ever done. And everything in this cover works for me. And I'll tell you why. Number one, I went back to adding a little bit more shadows, a little bit more black areas on there to give the character a little bit more three-dimensional quality. And I think it works really nicely on his figure. He really, you feel like you could just go up and pinch his torso. It looks all,
I would.
It looks meaty, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And,
Grabbable.
the machinery and robotic stuff down here, I really liked how that turned out.
Did you ink it?
Yes, I inked this. I penciled, inked, and colored it.
How do you do that detail? Just
and also, crazy. I love the color job.
Oh, I like where you put your name.
Oh, you just worked it right in there.
I know, it's amazing.
And if you'll notice, what I did on the flag is, it's kind of brighter around where the stars are, and then it kind of goes into shadow there as we get down farther. So, I mean, that was kind of just a little thing to keep the attention of your eye up on the flag where it's supposed to be. And just the background coloring and everything, it just really, really works. And so this is something I'm very pleased with. And so I like to think that here I am at 57, been in the industry 30 years, and I'm doing my best work I've ever done right now. And that I'm actually kind of proud of that fact that I've continued to improve up to this point where I can actually say that, because generally it's not how it happens.
Too bad oh gosh, I was going to say something else. I'm on fire.
Okay, we got almost 60 comments up there.
Right,
we got to jump in. And so anyway, that's the last cover. I'm sorry, let me drop this cover off there.
Okay, yeah.
And that's coming out shortly as well. And that is, let me specify that Rob Liefeld is doing a 4-issue miniseries. Each character from the Mighty Crusaders, which are all from Archie's superhero line, and they each have their own little one-shot that's part of this bigger miniseries. That's how I understand it. And I was asked to do a variant cover for the first issue. So that's what that is. Okay, let's take a look.
You got to go way up.
Let's take a look at what we got. Way up. Okay, so we're going to check we're going to look up. Shelley, did Ron pay you for your helpful color assist on these covers?
No, but I live here.
So what did you get, David, for trying to get me in trouble?
If he had married better, no, no, keep going. You got way more to go.
Okay, hang on a second.
There.
Okay, all right. I hope you like your own work. Let's see. Oh, we got some numbers here.
Yeah.
Will you write down some of these numbers here for me as I scroll through?
Okay.
We got to get some of these number guesses in here before we get to the drawing part of our show.
The 543, the 289,
250.
250.56.
Can you slap Mike? Can you slap Mike a fourth time? No, we'll get to him later. Nighthawk got at least 250.
Well, yeah, but
wait a minute.
It is the Price is Right. Apparently, somebody's going to bid $1. Should I just round up?
Okay, Mike. That's your biggest beatdown you're getting. Okay. Oh, Bert comes in and says, "Sorry, hi, Shelley." So you got his hi in there.
Bert.
The Captain Canada.
Hi, Shelley. How are you? I'm all right. My back's a little sore today, but
Captain Canada's going 316.
Oh, How much? 316.
316.
What is flashing back there?
Oh, it's I've got a problem with my email.
Okay.
But that's another story. Too risque. Okay, these are all stuff for 007, so I'm way behind here.
I tell you and I tell you.
Hello, Aaron. Stephen Ings here. Thanks, Stephen.
Oh, hey, Stephen.
Cheryl Blossom needs to butt out. This is a fight between Betty and Veronica. Now, is that butt out? Is that a joke? Let's see.
Okay. Why did you
Okay.
scroll down? Oh, you were looking for numbers?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go back up to where you need to.
No, I was right where David
Okay.
asked if you got paid. That's.
I don't know. Sometimes, well, no, you pay Sammy.
I did pay Sammy because she won't do it. She won't even give me a haircut unless I pay her a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of those covers have a little Pete Craig Russell feel. That's a very strange comment, Mike, but I'll take it. I like Pete Craig Russell, but he's not someone that influenced me, so it's kind of interesting. Awesome art. Now, see, that's what I like to see. Is nice comments like that. Is nice.
How long have you two kids been married?
I'll be 29 years October.
Yeah.
29 years.
29 years.
29 years. Blissful joy. Okay. Love that World War II one. Thank you. Currently drawing in my sketchbook. Excellent. You should have done well with the old DC or Marvel romance comics. Yeah, probably.
Wait.
What?
You skipped Don't Sass Your Lady, A.A. Ron. See, we don't have to play the other one. I just give him smacks. No, but go back.
I will.
So bossy. Numbers for what? I got here late. So Nighthawk Pro, it's for the number of total covers Aaron's done
in my career.
In his career.
All covers.
All of them.
You take a guess. It's at least it's greater than 150. Steve Matson's joined us. How does Sergio Aragonés pronounce Shelley? That's how he pronounces it.
Shelley.
Yep. Okay, let's see. Lazy boy. 007. Now a chick. David, that's true. We'll find out, won't we? I think that's true. Need me a print of that Bond cover.
You should in the unders.
Oh, that's right. I could.
Because it's not what they're going to publish.
Oh, that's right. I'll do the limited edition underwear
edition.
Yeah.
And what's so dumb? Like they're worried about that. Yet, I'm gonna do it.
Careful.
Can I say it?
I don't know. It depends on what you're gonna say. Don't alienate my audience.
But the Grammys.
Oh, yeah.
Just gonna say, you can
raunchy.
You can make a porno on stage, and that is okay. Mr. Potato Head is offensive. Dr. Seuss is offensive.
This actually, I like this comment. Yes, he's supposed to be.
He's supposed to be.
That's who he is. Yeah,
Goodness sakes, get over it, people.
Let's see.
Doesn't bother me. Oh, Sean Connery, though, he was the best.
And look at David Williams is dropping all sorts of artist names on me. Pete Craig Russell, Rudy Nebres.
Name dropper.
Let's see.
Yes, Hypertate. I already ate my cake.
Yeah, you came in late, dude.
And I'm going to eat his.
Wait a minute.
Because he's talking too much, and I'm just going to eat his cake. So.
Hang on.
Break out that red velvet cake, my friend.
Oh boy, that's a big piece. That's gonna be messy. Oh, I'm getting it all over my drawing board.
Oh man. Oh.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Wrong way. There it is. See, there's a chocolate cake. Awesome.
Hyper Potato. 190.
Okay. I don't know if it's good TV to be eating, but what the heck? This isn't really TV, is it?
We warned them.
That's right. We knew it was going to be part of the show.
We sometimes use utensils when we eat.
Eating cake is, that was part of the show. Are you doing any more Mighty Crusaders covers? No, I'm not, Andrew, that I'm aware of.
You never know.
You never know, though. They could call. They don't give me advance warning. They're just like, hey, can you do this? And can you do it like in a week? I'm like, no, whatever.
Let's do tomorrow.
Do covers include the ABBA cover band period from the 80s? No. Okay, all right.
You're getting some cake now. Get it.
You're supposed to come prepared with cake. That was kind of the whole idea. If this was like one big
Lindy put 189.
Or YouTube channels of people eating things. Well.
Oh, really?
I wasn't really going for that. That's kind of disgusting.
189.
Okay. Now some people did vote on Wednesday, and their votes will be counted as well. But anyway, you have till the end of the show. So if you want to get it, if you're just coming in now,
and if you missed my poem,
you have to go back and watch it. It's big. But before we get to the drawing,
no.
Yes.
Oh,
this is.
Let me do my poem again.
No.
Less embarrassing.
No, this is.
I'm turning all red.
This is the moment that we've all been waiting for.
Crying. Stop it.
Is
okay.
You guys been bugging me. We've been talking about it
Gosh.
for entertainment purposes only. Shelly Dancing. Okay. Now this is from 12 years ago. This is a fabulous tap dance number.
Wait a minute. Wait. I had to set it up though.
Okay. Set it up. Go ahead. Set it up.
Okay.
Yeah, this is what you've been waiting for. This is the big one.
I don't know if I can get through it all.
I'm just going to have some cake.
Have some cake. All right. So you might not know it right now, but I was incredibly shy at cake. I'm an identical twin, and so we didn't really talk to other kids. And so growing up, and I did like over 2 years in speech therapy in school. I just didn't like being in front of people. I don't know how I became a teacher, and I taught aerobics for 20 years. I don't know. Anyway, so 1 year at the high school I taught at, Tigard High, some kids came to me and said, "We're doing the musical Grease. We need one teacher. Will you do it?" And I was like, "Oh, no, I don't get up on stage. I can stand in front of teenagers. It doesn't bother me." But yeah, anyway, so they begged and begged, and I finally was like, "Okay, fine." Changed my world. And then when the director said, "Okay, so when we started," I don't know if you guys have seen, the musical's different than the movie. I just want you to ad lib the beginning. And after about 400 panic attacks, I was like, "Oh, okay." So did that, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, that was so much fun." So I was at the dance studio, because I don't know if we've told you, our daughter dances a little bit. And I was watching her tap class, and she was tiny. This was like 2008.
Yep. So 12 years ago.
And I was like, "Oh my gosh, tapping looks like so much fun," and I'd never done it. So they're like, "We have an adult class." And I said, "Sign me up." So I went, and our instructor name was Danny, and he's now passed. But getting me to do what I did was, it was a lot. And I realized that it was really fun, and I really liked it. And
now she's a ham.
Changed my world.
Now she's a ham. So we were backstage giving her electroshock to get her out on stage.
Yeah. Oh, straight shots and
so
stuff.
Here's a little segment of this. This is Shelly The Entertainment. No, I don't have a thing to do it for. And so watch your monitors, please.
Oh my gosh.
I was alone, in a world by myself. Oh, where could my Prince Charming be? But I'm landing alone, and my eyes feel like a stone, and taught me these words of ecstasy. Tenderly, I was alone.
Hey, how about that?
But I have to, when we started the class, we were not going to be in the recital. That wasn't even a thing. And then they liked what we were doing, and the lady in front of me was actually the studio owner. And so she's like, "If I'll do it, you'll do it." I was like, "Okay, whatever." So we did, and it was fun.
So let's give Shelly a big round of applause, shall we?
No.
So
now that I'm
there it
embarrassed and
is.
sweating.
There it is. That was, you guys, I've been teasing this for weeks, and we finally got it. Shelly Tap Dancing.
Oh, man.
Look at that. The crowd's going wild.
It is.
How about that?
Oh, my gosh. I look back then, you're like, oh. Yeah. It's a long time ago.
There's a little Presty dancing. Erin might go viral tonight.
Yeah, right. Can you imagine?
Yeah. How about that?
Oh my gosh.
Woo!
Oh, thank you. You liked my poem. Oh, wait, go up.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah. Liked my poem. Go Beeves. Sean Connery was the best. He was so delicious too.
Just like chocolate cake.
Ooh, yes.
All right, look at that. You get some applause coming in. That's
Thanks.
beautiful.
Yeah,
So-
it was really fun.
As you'll notice, we did change Shelley's name to. Oh,
What was
hang
it?
on. Where is she? Oh, right there. To Shelly Showtime instead of Shelly Sunshine, because poetry reading,
Oh my gosh.
dancing. I'm telling
It was the next year. Oh, the next year was horrible. It was horrible.
you.
But that one was fun.
There,
Plus, I love that movie. Oh my gosh.
you can't get a better show like this live
No.
stream on the internet. You just can't
for
get
free?
this for free.
Oh my gosh.
Are you kidding me? All right. So now,
Blazers are gonna win. It doesn't get much better. Yeah. What do you?
And now for something completely different.
Oh my
and what's different?
gosh.
I'll tell you what's different. I'm going to draw with my right hand
Booyah.
for the first time in almost 5
5
weeks.
weeks.
So let me
move that cake
yeah,
for you.
would you move that cake?
I'll
for me?
take care of that cake
You
for
take
you.
care of that cake for me.
Oh,
There's forks all over the place.
that was
Food's
my
flying.
fork.
Well,
I don't want your germs.
I didn't-
COVID.
I'm slopping over.
All right,
COVID.
just you
Can
guys
move
want some
that too?
updates? Oh my gosh, UCLA is down by 1 with under 2 minutes to go.
I'm prepping.
Oregon's getting ready to lose soon. Actually, I don't like either one, Oregon or USC. Do you have a preference?
Well, I actually went to USC, so I guess
I
I should
know.
root for USC, even though I'm a Nebraska fan, which makes no sense.
None.
All right, so we're switching to this angle, and you see this hand right here? This is my right hand.
See it?
I got to prop it up a little bit.
That means am I done with my show? My show?
Yeah,
my part?
you're part of the show. She's like, okay, I'm gonna eat the cake
I'm
and
gonna eat the
vacate,
cake
man.
and get out. Oh, thanks,
Oops,
Bert.
sorry. It wouldn't be the show without me hitting the camera, would it? All right,
Oh my gosh,
So,
Captain
folks-
Canada, I hear you.
this is
Horrible.
as we as some of you may recall, this is my hardcover sketchbook, Raw Imagination, 20 years of sketches by me.
By Aaron Lowe, Presti, A.A.
And-
Vaughn.
I offer, I haven't run this in a long time, and I probably should.
Yeah,
Um,
where'd it go? We don't even know where it is anymore.
yeah, I know. I haven't been able to prop these up at all because, well, I haven't been able to
Yeah.
draw. But so anyway, what I'm doing here today is I'm going to draw in this sketchbook, and no one has actually ordered this or bought this, so this will be available.
He does have pretty nails.
They're hard as rock too.
He has,
I can't.
yeah.
I have never known a girl or dated a girl that was not jealous of my fingernails.
I have to pay for mine.
Yeah, these are
Yeah,
good quality
And-
stock.
our daughter has
Yeah, she has my nails.
his
so-
hands. Well, not quite his
Yeah,
hands,
not
but
quite as ugly, but
all right, I'm going to talk about. Oh, he has pretty lady nails. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I have to pay for mine.
all right. So yeah, this will be available if anybody wants it. Just kind of chime in. It's the regular price, $45, but you may want to see how it turns out first. Although
Mhm.
I'm not,
Oh,
I'm not
sure it'll be
concerned.
great.
I'm not concerned.
Your left-handed work was good.
Will you take that from me?
Take it off. Take it
Yeah,
off, man.
thank you.
Okay.
All right. Now the physical therapist was like, we need you to move your hand up and back a little bit to keep that shoulder, loose up. So I said, all right, I'm going for it, dude. All right, so here we go. It's a little uncomfortable, I have to admit.
And weird, I'm sure.
Very strange. Will you zoom out just a hair up there? Go to them. Yeah,
Here,
a little bit more.
more hair.
More. That's good.
Okay.
That's good. I'll try. Oh, that's my shoulder leaning in. Why don't I do this? I want to move the camera back a smidge and then have me lean back. That's more comfortable.
Is that comfy? Oh,
Now I'm also appearing at Samurai Comics in Phoenix next weekend. So I won't.
Sorry.
We won't have a big show next weekend. So I'm actually kind of. a
you
little
never
sad about
know.
it.
I
Shelley might just go
just-
on and do it herself. She doesn't need me.
Read some more poetry.
More dance numbers.
Oh gosh, no. That's the only one that'll ever see the light of day.
Maybe
Maybe pull out the grease.
there you go. Performance.
Performance, no.
But yeah, so I'm going to be doing this in sketchbooks at Samurai Comics in Phoenix. So I figured I better break in the old arm before.
You're going to be down there a few days.
I
Better
am.
take some swimming stuff.
Well,
'Cause
yeah.
I know how much you love to lay in the sun.
As I try to swim with one arm as I'm sinking. And,
Let's see. So Captain Canada had a bad stutter. Mine was L's and R's. And my maiden name is Rogers.
so
it was
Shelly Wadges.
Shelly Wajos, which is really cute when you're like 4. Not so much when you're like 9 and 10. So how's the cake going for everybody? I might have to go get on the treadmill.
Well, if I got that piece at Cheesecake Factory,
Oh, that
those
like a
things are like-
7-layer monster?
yeah,
Yeah.
we'd really be bloated.
I'd be up all night. Sugar high. So I think we might have to send the Osu poem.
My washing
I
out
moved
here.
it, yeah, because you moved it down and then it didn't. It's the light, that light.
Yeah, that light needs to be up higher because it's
How about down lower?
down lower might be a better choice.
How about not at all?
How about if I turn it off? Oh,
Booyah.
it just the screen's automatically. I don't think there's turn off the auto white balance and see if that makes a difference. Not really.
Ew.
Well, when I start inking, you'll be able to see it better.
I'm just gonna turn down the brightness. Look,
Oh,
I'm a genius.
see, it helps when you have like someone actually producing the show and doing this stuff. You know.
I miss my calling.
Yes.
I didn't pick it up. You got to sleep now. All right.
Wait a minute, who's
Nighthawk.
okay? Well, hey, Nighthawk, thanks for dropping in as
Yeah.
always.
David, go straight to the ink, you wussy. You did that with your left hand.
Well, I figured because it was going to suck anyway, so what does it
Oh,
matter?
man. Did you do any shows as a pro when you were working with Blackthorn?
No, I might have been San Diego. I might have been an Artist Alley at like for the first time or something in San Diego. Because I was doing San Diego before I worked on Ultraverse, so I must have been doing something.
What pencil are you using?
I'm using a Derwent graphic HB lead.
But when you work on your pages,
I use a
mechanical.
mechanical 0.3 HB lead when I work on my
0.3. That's crazy.
It breaks a lot, but it gives you a really fine line, and
I do my stuff. I use a 0.7 and it breaks.
this
I don't
appears
know.
to be the Scarlet Witch.
I think so.
She has her own show, or did.
Oh, Andrew, she made confetti cake. His daughter made cake.
Mm.
That's really nice. Think our daughter will make a cake when she comes home?
No.
No.
She'll wait for us to make it, then she'll eat it, though.
Maybe.
Oh, she will.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Well, she's kind of getting into this. Like, she wants to do some concept videos for dance.
Yeah, I may be shooting movies with my daughter this summer, so kind of get me back in the groove of things in that regard, since I haven't done any of that in a long time.
David, you're so
What did
funny.
he
Turn
say?
into Storm.
Turn it.
Just magic.
Well, she is Scarlet Witch, so she could actually.
Yes,
cast
WandaVision. We watched. Well, they watched all of it. I watched one.
Yeah, and said, "What the heck is going on?"
I thought it was kind of funny, but I didn't understand it. I thought the brother was incredibly annoying. Which one was that one? That was the.
Well, her brother was in like half the episode.
Well, no, but which one did I watch? Where like the guy kind of broke out of the whatever they're in, and
Oh, the Vision when he walked
Yeah.
through the energy field and
Yeah.
kind of ripped him apart.
yeah,
Yeah, that was.
yeah. We guys watched the Falcon and Winter Soldier yesterday. So when Aaron does his PT, then he goes downstairs to ice, and then he and his mom watch
Either Star Trek or whatever Marvel show we might.
Star Trek. Oh my gosh, they've watched them all. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to. I go in spurts where I'll just binge watch stuff and then I'll read. So I just finished, I don't know, I think I've read over 50 books in the last year. So I guess it's time to start watching stuff. What was the last thing I watched?
I don't know. You watch
Probably
stuff
some
on
crime
your
thing. Yeah, I'm
on
on
your
my iPad a
iPad,
lot.
so I don't really know what you're watching.
Winter Soldier is written really bad, David says.
Some of the dialogue threw me a little bit. I was just discussing it with my son. I thought there was some of it was really uneven.
Yeah, our Josh came by today, so I can give him his Beavs winning the Pac-12 tournament T-shirt. Classic Trek all the way, Bert. Seriously.
There is no other Trek.
There's
Are
no
you kidding me?
except Jean-Luc Picard.
Yeah, I hate those episodes.
I love him though. Jean-Luc, engage. Make it Wanda scroll check. I don't know.
David is just
throwing out there.
Yeah,
Throwing
he's just throwing out there, see what sticks. Now, David is going to be the first guest, my first official guest I have on my show when I have my first guest.
Does he know that yet? Or did you just tell him?
No, he knows.
Okay.
Well, I've threatened to put him on before.
Well, I just bring that up today that need some sponsors, trying to get my brother to sponsor a segment. Actually, I wanted him to come and add to the variety show because my brother can sing Frank Sinatra really well, I hear.
He's a funny guy.
Yeah. And yeah, but apparently he's not answering my texts.
Now look at this. We dropped down in viewership since I started drawing. So apparently the variety show is of more interest to people than me
Shelley's
actually
done.
drawing.
I'm out.
Yep. Right. Shelley's not going to be on anymore. I'm leaving.
Well, people do have lives. I guess that's okay.
That's true. And you can watch this anytime.
That's true.
I do have, I gotta have to scoot.
Monsters, Andrew. Do you prefer drawing women, men, or monsters?
Yes.
Next question.
I prefer drawing monsters first.
You got to a point where you were just sick of drawing women when you're drawing Wonder Woman because that was all you did.
Yeah, I mean, look, I like women a lot. So it's
David, that is so funny. Sorry. I've been watching some old Sam. Oh, easy.
I'm telling you right
one.
now, Sanford and Son is a freaking hilarious show. It's like one of the best shows ever on television.
It just, this whole, get me started. Mr. Potato Head's offensive. Did they ever say like why?
No, I don't know. Why did Mr. Potato get canceled?
And Dr. Seuss, why? I mean, like,
well, I know Dr. Seuss because there was I think he used some Italian slang for what there's certain.
he needed a rhyming something.
Yeah, and he used some like unfavorable slang for Italian people or something in New York. I don't know. I haven't read that particular book.
I mean, if anybody's ever read a Doc Savage book,
oh my gosh, those are
back in. I mean that. Not that it was right, but it was.
You have to put stuff in context of
right.
the period of time it occurred in.
And I mean, we cancel. Yeah, Mr. Potato Head's offensive, but somebody making Satan shoes is not offensive. Oh, here she goes. It's going off. Yeah, the things that they're targeting to our children. So not the entire collection that dance and draw.
What was it? It's been 6 books out of the whole over. It's not the entire collection. It was 6 books. It was
Dr. Seuss?
Yeah, 6 books of Dr. Seuss.
That they did what?
They
burned them or what?
They can't. Well, they're just not going to reprint them anymore.
Ugh. Put a warning on them.
Victor Thomas, referring to Nike being involved with some rapper doing
well, apparently,
devil shoes or
some rapper, Little Nas,
I don't know.
I think is his name, is getting together with some other company and they're turning some old Nike shoes, 97 somethings, into Satan shoes. And they're making 666 of them. Of course, they released all the info on Palm Sunday today. And apparently there will be a drop of human blood in the sole.
And they have a pentagram on
The
yeah.
laces.
So it's nice, good, wholesome fun for the whole family.
Yeah. And somebody said that Nike was trying to remain neutral or whatever, or didn't say anything. I can't find any comments from Nike. I would have respect for them if they said, you know what, you do what you're going to do, but don't use our shoes or take our logo off of it. But I've lost. I'm never going to buy another Nike product in my life.
Yeah, some things money is not the end all.
Oh, David, that's kind of cool. Watch his art streams. Makes you feel like you're in an art studio. The people.
I know, and that's about the best. You know,
do you miss that?
I do.
Yeah.
Well,
especially because you're just home with me.
Some people I miss from being in the studio.
Right.
Others I don't miss.
Right, Bert, for sure.
All right, so I'm gonna.
Right. Can I name names? Come on.
No.
Come on.
No.
I'm on a roll. I haven't offended enough people today.
All right, so I'm going to label this as first drawing first post-surgery drawing. Does that sound right?
The premiere post.
Too many P's now.
Too many P's.
Okay, so first post-surgery drawing.
Yeah, you guys, exactly, David. I encourage you to look it up. I think that they are, what I think isn't really important, but it scares me for what our children are admiring, looking up to, what they're becoming desensitized to, and what's okay. Being a teacher and all. Things that even in the sheltered little world that I teach in, very super, super part-time, it scares me. You know, our daughter's been, they call her the goody two-shoes. She's very sheltered and very somewhat naive, and I think that's good.
All right.
Done,
so let's
Mr.
move
Right
off
Hand.
politics for a second.
Oh, I can't help it. Look at me go.
And there's my WandaVision. First post-surgery right-handed drawing. How about that? It's a collector's item, folks. And this is available. If somebody wants this, you can message me right now on here and say you'll take it, or you can email me later or whatever. But there it is.
Where'd it go? A red fox.
A red fox Lamont print would be fire.
With a
That's
bubble.
pretty funny.
Wheezy. Is that what's her name?
No, it's
is that?
Wheezy. It's Walton Wheezy.
Right. No, but what was he? What was his wife saying that he was saying?
I'm coming.
Yeah.
Excuse my shirt, by the way. What was her name?
David, I taught you well. Good
That's
job.
5 weeks, people.
Good job.
5 weeks. I'm gonna
Oh,
crank that beauty out.
trust me.
All right.
We know 5 weeks. Elizabeth, I think.
Yeah,
Oh,
Elizabeth?
now I'm gonna have to Google it.
I'm coming, Elizabeth.
That's I don't know.
Yeah. David Williams is verifying it. He's watching the show
Somebody
right
join me,
now.
honey. There you go.
All right, this is number 222. Hey, remember that show, Room 222?
22, yeah.
So this is Wanda. Let's see if anybody ends up taking
It's been
this.
5 weeks. I mean, in the moment, it probably seemed like it went slow, but you look back, it kind of went fast.
Yeah,
But
it's
I know he
amazing.
got tired of sitting around, but he needed the break because he is one of the hardest working men in comics.
That's right, Arnold Presty, hardest working man in comics. So there it is, 222, signed, rock and roll.
But
So
did he say Elizabeth? Did he say Lizzie?
I'm coming, Elizabeth. That sounds
I'm
right.
gonna have to YouTube it now.
She doesn't trust you guys.
It just seems like a mouthful that he would say as he was clutching his chest.
I'm coming, Elizabeth.
I don't know.
I don't know. All right.
Was that one? Dun 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 dun. All right. That was impressive, wasn't it? Dun, dun.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't believe I just pulled that out.
Oh, Paul, Paul wants the Wanda drawing?
Where?
Right there.
Oh, Paul's
All right, Paul, you know the routines.
real.
Send me the
hard.
money and I will send it to you.
This is the big one. Let's see.
There's a little pencil schmeg on there I got to get off. You know, the great thing about these book covers is I had them. Oh,
Sorry. Or Candy Crush thing.
Playing Candy Crush during the show.
No.
I said no. No, I want my money. I said no, but I'm not get out of here.
Oh,
Oh,
Nah, you went and did it.
now you went and did it.
I might need that money tonight. I've never had pain like this before. Oh, this is the worst one I ever had, son. Oh, it's the worst one. This is the big one. I'm dying. You hear that, Elizabeth?
He did.
I'm coming to join you, honey.
oh.
Hey, that's Elizabeth.
Oh,
Red
man.
Fox, man, that guy's hilarious.
Oh,
Anyway, so I was going to say these books, I got a matte finish on it, and it's basically they like
oh, sorry.
Wheezy's from the
Wheeze from the
Jeffersons.
Jeffersons.
Last
Thank
lefty,
you.
first back righty, bookends. Oh, that's right. You have the last lefty and the
Nice.
first. How about that? But anyway, this matte finish that they put over these books, if you get like a little pencil smudge, how do I get another one on there? It just
Demo.
erases right off. It's amazing. So I don't know if the gloss finish does that or not, but I do know that these matte finished books do. So, and a lot of times they'll get some scuffing on the spine that you can erase right off. What are you
That's
laughing
so
at?
Fred. That is so Fred.
Fred Sanford's, what did he say?
That
Thank
is so
you,
Fred,
Fred.
isn't it?
Thanks, Fred. You know,
He always has all the info.
He has the info, or he thinks he does.
Sorry, Fred.
All right. You know what?
What?
I don't have anything else to do.
All right, so we're taking requests. Can you play?
No, wait, no. We have to do the.
Yes.
We have to do the winner of the.
We do? We're not done yet. I thought we were gonna, because I have to go back to the other ones. Or did
No,
you
I
write 'em down?
no, I got him.
Oh, he's so efficient.
I remember well.
You remember?
Look how red my hand looks. That's freaky looking. Look how red we look now.
Oh, because.
I turn
Well,
light.
am I still embarrassed?
There we got a little. That's kind of like spooky
Well, I did the-
lighting. That's not the greatest lighting in the world.
And don't. Yeah, look. Don't like look that. I got bags I could pack with them under my eyes. Anybody else get that? Oh, I think it might be genetic. My dad, it's got like trunks. His bags are so big.
Fred says he's in intelligence, so I hope I know things.
Really? Oh, tell me some secrets.
Oh, okay. So
Oh, look, I'm sorry.
this is your last chance to get in on the guess the number of covers. Okay. Now let me
Righty, Low Presti has returned.
I have Mark, and
The
apparently you
triumphant
just
return.
returned. Can I get these
Is my
out?
face doing that red thing?
No.
Okay.
It's just
Red.
the lighting.
Sometimes gluten makes my face all red.
Okay, so you have your choice. The winner will have their choice between a trade paperback of the Dark Multiverse collection. I did Infinite Crisis of all the Dark Multiverse stories, and they're all included in the trade. And I will sign it, ship it to you for free. All I have to do is, here comes the cake. All I have to do is let me know your address, and I'll get that out to you. Or you can get a print. So we have we have San Diego 1946. Let me click off the sketchbook thing. Okay.
So we have more room.
Yeah, so we have choice between San Diego 1946, The Big Mermaid, also known as what's the name
Princess,
of
I
that?
think.
Coral Princess. Thank you very much. One of my all-time faves.
Should be the Shelley one now.
Rosie the Riveteer. We Can Do It.
Should be. Look after my tap number.
Oh, that's right. You were dressed almost exactly like that.
Mhm.
So
That was kind of the
Star Wars Princesses.
Ooh, that's a good one though. Mary Tyler Moore comics. Yeah.
Warrior in Repose. That's kind of a Wonder Woman print, although I didn't really admit to it. And so is this. This is a Warrior Nouveau. It's also kind of a Wonder Woman print. We also have the Great Captain America. This is classic Steve Rogers. That's the only Captain America as far as I'm concerned.
So
I don't even
okay,
have the.
I'm gonna ask you a question when we're done.
Okay, we also have the option of going with the Jaws mini print. I still have like, I think 2 or 3 full-size 24 by 36 movie poster kind of sized prints of this that are available, you know, if anybody's interested. Then, of course, this classic, Girl Power.
Girl power.
Yeah.
I defend
What's the last
somebody
one?
though.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what I've got. And I might have a couple of Kit Carter ones laying around, but you know, I'm not going to get up. So anyway, so the winner will win their choice of either a print or the trade paperback. So
Thanks,
has
Paul.
everybody got their numbers in? If you have not entered the contest, you do so now by posting it in the messages here, what your number.
Well, we're waiting on that. So Hyper Potato wants a Quincy Emmy. I loved that show. He wants that in a comic book. I loved that
I
show.
used to watch Quincy, but I can't imagine that being like a groovy
Oh my gosh.
comic or something.
In fact, I think if I was in high school now, I've always been like a math science geek. I would probably go into forensics. Everything I read is that kind of genre. Most stuff I watch is that genre. That's what I would do, I think.
Okay, well, because David William demands it,
Paul says 187.
Paul's saying 187.
Mhm.
Okay.
And yeah, David said draw something. Draw.
Spontaneous outrage. Carol Danvers is Miss Marvel. Is that an outrage?
I don't know.
Uh,
Tom.
Paul is already paid. Look at that. That is
I
the
know.
ultimate customer right there. Yes, we're guessing at my total number of covers in my career. And Mark, I already gave the clue
Oh, that
that
it's over 150.
it's over 150.
Fred, not 33. Over 150.
33, over
Or
one-
more. Higher.
Over
higher.
150 is the clue that
You
I
do the
gave
prices
everybody.
right game. Higher, higher,
That's
lower,
right.
lower.
Let's
Oh,
go
gosh.
back to go to Cam microphone. I'm going to draw some more because I've still got about a half hour to kill. Okay, that's the wrong one. Okay,
Oh, Cam Mike. My bad.
Okay, now pull that down.
I got you.
Boom, baby.
Boom. Okay.
And we're back to right-handed drawing.
Um,
This is not in a sketchbook. It's just
oh.
what?
Outrage. Is that a comic book character?
No, I don't.
Oh. He said, no, that was a drawing suggestion.
Outrage? No. Jeff Potts, what did you mean by outrage? Spontaneous outrage.
Oh, this was his Carol Danvers as
This is
Miss
Ms.
Marvel.
Marvel, yeah.
I gotcha. Oh my gosh. Okay,
You
gotcha.
get-
Yeah,
so you're going
Mark's gonna work.
235?
Mark 235. All right, bye. He's gonna watch me with his family.
Who's leaving?
Fly Fox Pro. You'll see it. Samurai Comics.
Oh, absolutely. Come up and introduce yourself. Yeah, if we've met before, I don't know your name as Fly Fox Pro, so just come up and say hey.
Robert.
Look forward
Where's
to it.
Robert?
Oh, we got some more. coming in.
325. Yep, I'm all over it, man.
All right. Can my fatiguey right shoulder? Yeah, let's see what we can do.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I got to get back going because I have to redraw that or draw that dress to go over the
Cover up
underwear
Thunders.
girl from.
You could go anywhere and see.
Sorry, my shoulder keeps getting.
Well, no, I'm in the lighting. Just take the brightness down and you can see it, I guess. Are you drawing the lady with the hair?
Gonna have to do a little bit better than that. You mean Godiva? No, this is David Williams. Draw a Space Ghost. So that's what I'm drawing.
He's drawing a white Black Panther. David. Jeff, yeah, I'm sorry you were triggered by the Wonder Woman, but not really. But yeah, thing to do right now in the moment. Yeah. Oh, here she goes again.
Triggered by the Wonder Woman.
Because I was triggered by the Wonder Woman sitting on Superman. Not really, but it felt like the right thing to do at the moment. Oh, man.
I have some original art by David Williams,
Do you?
but I'm going to save it till he's a guest on my show.
Night, Paul.
Who's going to bed?
You're going to go for a nice walk with his lovely wife.
Excellent.
When you
Paul.
talk about me, do you ever say your lovely wife?
All the time.
Nice answer.
I say lovely and talented.
Oh,
I do.
ooh, sounds good, Mark. It's going to get on your commission list for a Belle Beast in the not too distant future.
Anytime, we're always open for commissions. Which I'll be.
Pie for potato, not shocking. He said David Will instead of Atari Force. You got to get one in every time. Ooh, he has 2 David Williams pieces. We're running out of room on the wall.
Yeah, I know. I just have to. When I get original art, I got to put it in the folder now because I just don't have any more room for
Well,
it.
and I've only let him have certain walls. Is that bad?
Well,
You get your studio.
I've got the entire family room with movie posters. Got the studio, which is basically 2 rooms because we blew
the
a
biggest
wall
room in the
out,
house almost is this one. Yeah.
and that's full. And then some out in the hallway up here. So that's my hairy hand, by the way, blocking the end.
Well, good thing it's not mine.
God, can you imagine?
No, thank you. So maybe, although I think we should switch walls in the hallway because you had your paintings over on that wall when your studio was over there. But now it's over here. We put the paintings there.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Erasing hurts. I'm gonna have to go like Kirby and not erase.
Don't make mistakes then. It's that easy. I have an answer for everything, folks. It's what I do. Oh, I think it quit raining. I should take Husker for a walk.
Our gutters are swamped. I need to
close up on Aaron's werewolf farm. Oops.
Mm.
Werewolf? Werewolf.
I know, and it's not even a full moon. Can you imagine how bad I am in the full moon? Or can you imagine?
Oh, Bert went to do laundry. I probably should. So, why do we get these new shirts and they smell horrible? So I washed it and I can still. I double rinsed it.
It could be from the printing on it.
Oh, does not make me happy. Kind of a lull.
Yeah, it's hard.
Maybe I should read my poem again.
It's hard to talk constantly.
It is.
Especially
we've done pretty good so far, though. All right, so let's talk Comic-Con thing.
Well, actually, you know what? I'm doing a show, speaking of that, in Kansas City, a one-day show in the end of July. I'm doing a appearance at a comic shop in Tennessee in middle of August. And I think I'm doing the Rose City Comic-Con in Portland in September if they go ahead and do it. Although they haven't really kind of authorized my appearance yet. So maybe they're not sure if they're doing it or not. I don't know.
Yeah.
Isn't it kind of weird that Space Ghost has a picture of himself on his chest?
Kind of.
Yeah, it's like
I'm trying to think of something funny, but I just couldn't.
You can come up with a better emblem than, you know what, I'll put a picture of my face right on my chest. Because, you know, your face is like right up above your chest for real. So why do you need another picture of it?
Mini me.
Yeah, it's very strange. I have to ask Alex Toth about that. But I don't think Alex is with us anymore.
So do you know Brian Shear? He said we need an Aaron Lopresti Brian Shear team up live stream.
No, but
Probably not enough to do.
I probably, you know, I probably would know who that was if someone gave me a little more information. I'd probably go, oh yeah, I know who that is. Because I know the name. I wonder if he's...
So don't you dare show me or anyone else.
Actually, I do know who it is.
Okay.
From Twitter. But I've never watched any of his live streams. So...
Oh, David, send me those pics.
What?
Some blackmail pics of you. You had hair?
You have blackmail pics of me? Don't you dare show me or anyone else's some old art of mine.
Like Aaron.
I do have some blackmail pics of you.
Mm.
Well, actually, I kind of want to see those now. I do have some pictures like Shelley and I in the very early days at
Oh
San
my
Diego.
gosh. I had hair for days.
So did I.
I'm amazed. Well, yeah, but man, I'm amazed my hair actually fit in the convention center. It's ginormous.
Oh, you know what? I have to take a short break, and so I think it's time that I have one more thing I can show you guys. It's time for another precious moment from yesteryear.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Wonder Woman.
that was a nice little precious
I
moment.
loved that show. Do you think they'd cancel it now? It's just too revealing.
No, they might cancel because it's too dumb. But
Sorry, Linda.
Hey, did you know?
Mm-mm. Sorry.
No, you know who?
I'm talking to me or them.
I'm talking to anybody that's listening. Who played Xena? What's her name?
Oh yeah, Lucy
Lou
Lawless.
Lawless. Yeah. Do you know that she was the punk rocker chick that they interviewed in the very first Spider-Man movie, the Tobey Maguire one? And she goes, "A guy with 6 arms sounds hot." And she has a cigarette. She has spiked hair.
Mm.
That's Lucy Lawless. I had no idea, and I just found that out the other day. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Too dumb. Ever watch the shows on the CW?
Yeah. Perfect casting for Wonder Woman. I don't disagree with
It's
that.
a badge.
What is
All
David
Space
Williams?
Police wore.
He is the last.
It's a badge.
You know what, David? You know way too much stuff. Of course, you worked for Warner Brothers, and don't they acquired the rights to all that Hanna-Barbera stuff. So you should know that stuff. You should be in the know.
Mm-hmm. It's good to know people who are in the know when
It
you
is.
don't know.
And I don't
what
know.
you don't know.
There's a lot I don't know.
And I know. The more you know, the more you realize you don't know.
Exactly.
Right. Correct. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know what you're saying.
I so know. So do you think our kids are going to watch this and just be like, "Oh my gosh, my parents are so embarrassing"?
No.
They don't even need to watch it to know that.
Their friends all think we're cool.
I don't know about that, but
well, they better say that, especially anybody dating my daughter better say they think I'm cool, whether they do or not.
Anybody, like she dates so many people.
Well, I'm just throwing it out there for
just in case Sean.
That's right, in case Sean's listening. This is a very sort of unfinished approach to Space Ghost, but what the heck? Get a little exercise.
How's your shoulder feeling?
That's all right, as long as I don't move it too far.
As long as I don't.
Yeah, as long as I don't move it. No, it's okay. I can't chicken wing away from my body, and that's when it
chicken wing it.
Yeah, that's when it kind of bothers me, and I should go, "Oh, it's telling me not to do that." So
I guess I just don't remember this long. Okay, if you leave it just like that, look at his. Oh, looks like he's got a mustache. One of those really skinny mustaches. All right, so you have 3 appearances coming up?
That I know of for sure.
You should probably put those on your webpage.
Probably should.
Probably should.
The store signing in Phoenix was sort of a last minute thing because I realized how much money I was spending to go get our daughter from college. And I thought, I've got to do something to offset some of these costs. Yeah. At least.
Remember when she asked if we were ever going to travel that wasn't based on a Comic-Con or a dance? And at the same time, we both went, no.
Nope. We've only taken one trip in our entire lives, married lives, that
Yeah.
did not involve comics, and that was the trip to Mexico,
Mexico.
to Puerto Vallarta.
Nuevo Vallarta. That was,
No, wherever.
well, yeah, we left because we were doing some addition on the house and it was just so dusty and gross. So we said, let's just leave. So we did.
Yep. Left our son
And-
with
Our son was 5. So, of course, I had my hair done in braids, as you do.
That's right. Yeah, she got one of the girls on the beach to do her, her hair like Bo Derek. And it actually looked really good. And then she came back and my son just freaked out because he didn't recognize her.
Did not like the snakes on my head. Said, he was all of 5. Came home, and I think a month later, I had my first neck surgery. Good times.
Guess she shouldn't have gone to Mexico.
Well, it's better than staying home in the dust.
That's right. Because you got to go to Mexico and get stung by a jellyfish.
Yep. Oh, yeah. That was the infamous jellyfish. And you know what I remembered also? Which makes it, okay, here's the pity party. I started, of course, yelling because it hurt so bad. Lost the snorkel thing. Got back onto the boat.
That's right. I forgot
Slipped
about
and
that.
fell, so I have blood running down my leg.
Yeah,
I
that's
got
right.
jellyfish stings all over my face and back.
And we had to pay for the.
And I had to pay for the snorkel that I lost. And then oh, missus, that looks really bad. Let me get you something. And I said, and anything with alcohol.
Yeah, it was.
And was that the same trip that I ripped all my fingernails off?
Yep. And got bit by all those water mosquitoes.
Yeah. Man, I'm a catch.
Woo!
Woo!
Good times.
Well, I think we've traveled a couple of times where I didn't get something horrible happen.
Are you
Australia,
sure?
I got sick.
Yeah, Australia didn't work out.
Oh, the bug spray and the mosquitoes.
Yep.
That was gross.
And
Bug spray gives me horrible migraine. So I had to jump in some water.
Yeah, we were.
Luckily, there weren't any gators in it, so it was fine.
Yeah. The guy promised us there'd be no gators in it, but there was a bunch of like freshwater perch, which is kind of cool.
It was
So we
kinda
dove in
cool.
the water and they all went whoosh. It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we were there 2 weeks, so of course, by the end, I was sick.
well, you got bit by so many mosquitoes when we were out in the rainforest that because you had to wash the bug spray off because it was giving her a headache, and then
Right.
she got attacked by mosquitoes, and so she was sick the next day. We took that train ride up
Mhm.
there to wherever we
I
went
slept the whole time, pretty much.
from all the bug bites. So.
We'll see.
good
Oh, and that
times.
time that I almost died at San Diego, that was fun.
Oh, you got food poisoning when we're in the bathroom ralphing up all the time?
And we think it was a norovirus now that I've had the norovirus.
Mm.
I think that's what it was. But I had a fever, so I don't know.
No, that was a different time. When you brought Josh, when Josh was just
Oh,
a baby.
no, that's not a coli. Guys, seriously, I am so much fun to travel with. No, that was my second San Diego. Josh was a baby.
Yep.
I had E. coli. And then it was another time we stayed in the spooky old hotel.
Yeah,
The Grand
Grand
Horton.
Horton, yeah. And you got
Super
sick. Yeah.
Wow.
So then I just started leaving her
Oh,
at
we
home and
haven't-
bringing my son.
Yeah. We haven't said who won yet, Bert. How's the laundry? I need to go do some myself.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's do
Is it
this.
time to do the winner?
Okay, wait.
Okay, ready?
Wait.
Well, I'm gonna reveal the number and then what was the collector's guess from last show?
See, that's what I'm telling you. I'll look it up.
What was the somebody had a close one
I can't remember the number. Whisper it to me.
right there.
This one?
But I can't remember if the
Oh, that's
collector
the
was
second
closer.
one. Because that's now.
Right, but he guessed because he didn't know the 150.
Right.
So we had to. I wrote down the collector's guess from Wednesday. And I know it's on the live stream.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Maybe it's in this piece of cake.
All right. So drum roll, please. I don't have a drum
Oh,
roll.
you
I
don't
should
have
have
a
a drum
drum
roll. Wouldn't that have been great if I had a drum roll? All right, folks, here it is. I'm going to reveal the number of covers that I've done in my career. Are you ready? So how about, that's my arm. So how about that? 226 covers. Now, there's a bit of a controversy. Who guessed 235? Was that Mark Anthony? Mark Anthony? Now, I can't remember.
I'm not gonna go back.
You
It was
did
shown on
not
Facebook.
win. 226 was your next guess.
Wait,
Mhm.
I said that, but the mic wasn't on. You think alike.
Yeah, so Mark
I
Anthony.
know, Bert.
But here's the thing. The collector guessed a number. He had two.
I'm looking. It's on Facebook, right?
Yes, but it may take you a while to weed through all the.
Oh no.
He
Well,
guessed like 235 or 234 or 236. I can't remember.
Somewhere there.
So if he guessed 234, Mark, you're going to be crying like a baby. But I have to go back and double check that and make sure that we get the correct winner. So I can say winner, winner,
Oh wait.
chicken dinner. So I have to be very careful when I move this wrist or this arm out.
Okay.
I have to get another black. I refuse to refill these black pens because they make a mess every single time I do it. So I just buy new ones and throw them out. It may sound stupid, but I'm tired of the mess. I always get it all over my fingers, and it's all over my hand, and it's all over my clothes, and I'm just like, I'm not doing it anymore. Shelley's doing a deep dive trying to find the.
I'm just kind of laughing too. Like when you just read the comments without any like context. I still like Vincent's idea of drink and draw.
Well, they actually
Well,
already,
the
there's
only-
guys already doing that. Joe Quesada and his
Oh.
crew already do
Well.
that. I don't want to be a copycat because I'm sure they don't have tap dancing, singing, poetry, multiple features.
For sure.
Not like we do. It's kind of rough, you know, gonna cut me some slack. I find a stupid black pen that's not out of ink. Make the kids refill the markers out in the yard.
Not a bad idea. They were just home. You say the collectors that like
No, it's
name?
no, that's his. He would be Lloyd Delegard.
Mm.
That's his Twitter handle, is the collector, because he's a big comic book collector and he has like everything. Pisses me off.
Should have married better.
Well, if I'd married richer, that doesn't mean my wife would have been okay with me. I almost said allow me to get comics, but I guess there's some truth to that. So David Williams, what you're telling me is that there was more than one Space Ghost, and this Space Ghost is the last of the Space Ghosts. So they all had these uniforms and so forth.
That's what he's saying.
See, I just didn't know that. Excuse my arm again.
I wonder where John is tonight.
John Smith, wasn't he in earlier? And then must have dipped out. Or maybe.
Maybe at work.
Maybe
Was that with his girlfriend?
Could be. There's many things that John could be involved in that we are unaware of.
Okay.
We're still, hang with me, Mark Anthony. We're still trying to determine if you're the winner or not. Black it all in.
The stars. WS.
I've never seen like Space Ghost with like shadows on him, right? Because I mean that's the whole just supposed to be his suit's supposed to be white, so that kind of like he looks like a ghost, right? So you put a bunch of shadow on him, then he doesn't really look like a ghost anymore, does he? I don't know.
He's not in here.
I'm trying to remember the piece of paper I wrote it on.
There's not a spare piece of paper in this house. It doesn't.
It's in that pile underneath that.
Under the
stuff.
cake.
I bet it is. Turn on the back
Vet
of that.
bill. No.
It's not on that. I'm surprised. Oh, maybe it was on an envelope.
Oh my goodness sakes.
No, not one of those. Oh, you know what?
What?
There's a big stack of stuff I moved over there. I'm going to put the sketchbooks on top of them to make it even more complicated.
Excellent. Excellent. Oh my gosh. How many sketchbooks do you have?
A lot.
You are so random. You really. I'm looking through paper to find some random number, right? Is that what you're telling me?
Well, I think I put like either Lloyd or the collector on, and put his number on there.
Oh, Lord.
I'm going really bold and
You think it's on an envelope?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Can't remember.
Never.
Can't remember. Good thing I was empty. Oh, crap. Excuse my head. Such strange goings on. Music room? Sorry, I'm quoting Young Frankenstein to myself. No. Thank you. I'm a little tired. And let me say good night. Good night. Okay. I'm not quite
No. What?
Well, you know, if Lloyd can't even bother to show up, I should just go. Oh, there he is. Lloyd, what was your number that you guessed? What was the number you guessed yesterday? Do you remember? Or on Wednesday, excuse me, for my number of covers. Because you were awfully close. If he remembers himself. I honestly, I can't remember, Shelley, where it's at. Lloyd guessed 232. That's right. And so you're the winner, Lloyd. Because the actual number was, what was the number? Actual number was, see, I'm not prepared to.
Your cake.
Shelley's celebrating by eating the rest of my cake. So Lloyd Delegard, the collector, is the winner. So Lloyd, you have your choice. That's right.
I think Mark should get a runners up.
All right. You both are winners.
Woo! So
I need you guys to, Lloyd, you have your choice between a trade paperback of the Dark Multiverse, which includes my Infinite Crisis story. It'll be signed, of course. And then, or a print of your choice. And of course, Lloyd's in Canada, so it's going to cost me a fortune to mail it to him, but that's just the way it goes.
Yep.
And then Mark,
the breaks, kids.
you have the same choice. So you guys let me know. Bring back left-handed Aaron. The drawings were better with left-handed Aaron.
Hi, Oscar. Hi, boo-boo. All right, so what was the Comic-Con you probably had the most fun at?
I can't remember the last time I had fun at a Comic-Con.
Oh, wait, okay, so what was the last one I had the most fun at? That for him.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, Oscar.
Start bringing that crap. I'm gonna,
Give it one of those. I always had fun hanging out with Rachel Dodson.
We did ones with Paul and Linda Ryan. We did.
Yeah. Oscar.
So okay.
Oh, the one in Nolans.
Oh,
That
the
was
New Orleans
fun.
one. Yeah, we had good
Yeah.
food. That was good. And I got a big gator head at a gift shop there. I was going to do a segment on the show called Animals I Have That I Didn't Kill and show the gator head, but
I think that's the only one you have.
that may be the only one I
Would have
have.
been a short one.
Would have been a short feature, a one episode feature.
Blazers one.
Yay. Oh my gosh.
Hmm.
You guys can order this. You guys can get the same thing. Okay. I've got enough trades that if you both wanted a trade, you can get the same trade. Or I've got enough prints, you can get the same print. So it really doesn't matter which one of you goes
worries.
first.
Look at this dog.
I know
He's part parrot.
he's not digging life unless he's the center of attention.
No. He's a boo-boo. But he's like, oh, Husker, no, honey. Oh my gosh.
He's like a trained monkey, ladies and gentlemen.
What the heck is going on?
That's what you're missing. It's a dog crawling all over Shelley.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to kind
That's
of
okay. It's okay, huh? Yeah.
share that moment with you.
Uh-huh. Oh, Husker, honey. He just wants to be near you.
Yes. Well, I can understand that.
Oh, okay.
All right. So if you guys don't hurry up and decide what you want, neither one of you are going to get anything. So come on.
What are you, Mr. Disciplinarian?
I am. I'm impatient.
The dog, yes, has a cool mustache. Oh, Lloyd. Gives him away to the Children's Hospital in Canada.
Oh, that's very nice.
I'll have to send some stuff up there.
All right. I'll send you the trade paperback.
Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby.
Lloyd, I assume you have my email, which is aaron@aaronlopresti.com. Would you send me your mailing address? Let me run the, there's my email.
Hey, boo-boo. Hey. Oh, goodness.
My email's at the front. It's aaron@aaronlopresti.com is my email. So TC is in the house. Hey, Aaron, any updates on your coloring book? Sorry, I missed the beginning of the show if you've already addressed.
No worries.
No.
Kind of on the
I was
back burner right now.
Yeah, the problem was I was hoping to get all the illustrations done for it before my surgery, and it didn't even come close to happening. So I still got like 6 or 7 more illustrations to finish. So it's going to be, well, we'll see. I can draw right now like I'm doing on my lap, okay, but I still haven't graduated to the point where I'm holding my shoulder up like this and drawing on a drafting table. So
Can't do any flexion of his shoulder.
yeah, so I don't know to do like illustrations like that. I really need to be kind of really rolling again. So I may not be able to get back to even working on them until probably in May sometime.
Husker.
but we'll see. We'll see how quickly. I mean, my arm has really improved quite a bit over a very short period of time because I am being very diligent in my physical therapy and my exercises. So we'll see.
Way better than I've ever been.
But it probably, best case scenario is, I was thinking about kickstarting it, but I don't know that I'm going to because I don't think I need to. It's not a particularly, in the larger scope of things, it's not a particularly expensive book to get printed.
No color.
And I think I'd have to sell like less than, I'd have to sell probably like 150 or something to break even. So I may just try and take pre-orders on it or something like that, just so at least I know I've got enough to, pay for the printing on it. We'll see, but it probably won't be till fall. But I will be announcing by the 1st of May and maybe sooner what I'm doing next. Because I've got, as I've said before, I've got a lot of irons in the fire right now. And I'm waiting to hear back on several things. And I should actually hear back on everything in April. So I'll have a pretty good idea of what I'm going to be working on next and when it'll come out and all that kind of stuff. And it could be crowdfunding. I don't know. It could be my Western is very likely, but there is some other stuff going on that I have to wait and see what happens with. But I should know shortly.
All right, so Comics Lunge is, he has a cool mustache. All right, I want to know, Space Ghost, you, me, or the dog? Who has the coolest mustache?
Well, Space Ghost has no mustache. You keep
Well, I know
saying,
it looks like that, though.
no, the dog has the coolest mustache.
Okay.
It's not even close.
He's getting a little bit shaggy, a little curly.
Yeah, so he's gonna.
I like him when he's just a little bit shaggy, curly. But
he's gonna get groomed. That's the thing about these dogs; they don't shed, so that's really awesome. But you have to go in and get their hair done. Honestly, every.
But it's that whole day of no barking.
That's true.
So it's not that
bad.
They clip his nails, do all that stuff. He
Yep.
looks all handsome.
Gets a shampoo. It's good times for everyone involved, really.
Oh, so comes. And I think big announcements will probably be on, like, if he does a show, and then probably on his webpage, blog, or something.
Mark Anthony wants the Warrior Nouveau print if possible.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. So yeah, email me at aaron@aaronlopresti.com with your mailing information. And even though I know, Mark, that you've bought stuff from me before, just be easier. Just make it easy on me and send it again. And
we probably should have like an email list. Maybe that'd be a good project for our daughter when she comes home from college.
Yeah, she'll probably charge me like $30 an hour though to do anything. So.
Well, she still has school until end of the month.
Well, a lot of people use like MailChimp to organize like mass emailings and stuff like that. And I don't understand how that works, but I figure you probably could figure it out.
Yep.
It's in your wheelhouse.
Yep.
Because I do actually have a fairly extensive email list of people that were interested in Garbage Man and Kit Carter, and that stuff needs to be all like sort of centralized so I can send out. I should do like a newsletter, right? And have people subscribe to the newsletter.
Right. It's for sure, Bert. Well, she needs to get a job, but
she needs to get her license.
Right. She needs to get her license and a job. But the only job she's had is she subbed teaching dance at the dance studio. And did color flats for Aaron. And that's about it. Well, through high school, she did a minimum of 20 hours a week year-round at the dance studio. Dancing. And so, well, that's what you do at a dance studio.
Right.
So
and
there was
volunteer
never
work with school.
Right. And I always told her if she had her grades up, then that's all we asked. And that was good. I mean, she earned pretty good scholarship for college. So
it's true. She did.
Yeah.
Saved us several $1,000s, which is quite good.
But yeah, trying to find her a job. It's going to be interesting. What was your first job, Aaron?
Okay. You guys may not believe this, but I worked at a deli. And now, at the time, the absurdity of it didn't really sort of hit me as it does now. But the name of the place was the Outhouse Deli. Okay. Why would you go and eat someplace called the Outhouse? And the joke was that they used to use old magazines for TP in these outhouses, right? So all the sandwich names were old magazine names, like Mademoiselle was a French dip, Sports Illustrated, I can't remember what that was. And there was different magazines titles that were the sandwich names. And it was a great place. The sandwiches were awesome. And I started working there when I was 13, which I was underage. But my brother worked there, and my mom and I went in there like, parents do, to, hey, look, we're here to see your son at work, and annoy your kids. And so we were sitting there eating, and the guy that owned the place came out and said, oh, your son's a great worker, and blah, blah, blah. And he looked at me and he said, because it was just swamped in there, right? And he says, hey, you want to earn some money? I'm like, yes. 13-year-old. Of course I wanted to earn money. I had comic books to buy. So he said, all right, go in the back and start washing dishes. So I went in the back, and my mom left me there, and I just worked, and he paid me under the table until I turned 14, which was, and then I just started working every time he called me in and said, hey, can you come in? We're going to be busy tonight. And I'd just go and wash dishes and bus tables. And then when I turned 14, I actually became a legitimate employee, because you can't get a worker's permit until you're 14. And so then I started working there, and I was like assistant manager at 14. And I worked the front. I was a sandwich maker. Then I worked the register for a long time. And they hired this ex-con, right? And I'm 14. This guy just got out of jail, and they hired him. And he's sitting back there making sandwiches. And I was running the front of at 14, right? And so I'm barking orders back there to these guys. And he comes up to me, and he sticks his fingers in his chest, says, don't tell me what to do. I'll, something like, I'll kick your ass after work and all this kind of stuff. And I'm this 14-year-old kid, and this ex-con is threatening to. And I remember there was one guy who was like wasted all the time. He was like always smoking pot and was high all the time, had long hair and everything. He goes, hey, dude, settle down. This isn't gun smoke. Those of you who get the reference to the old television show. So anyway, yeah, so I almost got beat up by an ex-con when I was 14 for being too bossy, but hey, I was running the show, man.
Ooh, the ducks are down.
That's what I always told my son. I said, if you just be responsible and do your job, you'll end up running any place you work at, because it's such a rare commodity anymore. So yeah, that was my first job.
Yep, bust them suds.
And then my second job was at 16, I became a grill cook at a bar, a tavern. So I couldn't booze it up, but I could cook. And so that's when I got my first real taste of, I learned to cook from my mom growing up, and did some cooking around back then, but that was when I really started getting into it. So yeah. But I didn't have one of those, retail jobs where you work in a clothing store or something like that.
My first job was Dairy Queen. And I loved it because we could eat our mistakes. Oh, darn it. I just messed up this peanut butter parfait again.
Guess I'll have to eat it.
Yeah. Throw it in the freezer.
Save that guy for later.
I don't know why I had the hardest time making a swirl at the
top. I kept wrecking the swirls and had to eat them.
But I was the girl that lived, that one in Hillsboro that you drive it kind of like a Sonic now, where you go out with go deliver their food to their car. And
oh yeah, like a car hop.
Yep, I did that a lot.
Were you on roller skates?
No, I would have busted my tush. Oh, Bert.
Well, wait a minute. You did you had car hops at Dairy Queen?
In Hillsboro,
when you were in high school? That's pretty funny. I didn't realize they still were doing that. They were doing it at A&W.
No, this
was kind of their
like
shtick.
An old one that was the only one. And the guy had two of them, so I went between.
Was this the one right there in downtown Hillsboro on the strip?
10th.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
That's
it became
funny.
a Little Caesars pizza.
Ooh,
Ooh, the
I haven't
Ducks
had
are down
pizza-
by 12.
I haven't had pizza in so long.
Yeah.
Don't they have that diet pizza at Papa Murphy's? You know, the really thin crust one.
Hmm.
Maybe I should get one.
I think that's kind of like that's oxymoron.
Yeah, it's a diet pizza. Well, we
Yeah.
just make the crust really thin, and then you won't gain any
Right.
calories. You know, if we're kind of being blocky and simple, this actually is turning out okay.
Dude.
Make me a sandwich, bitch. Or is that biatch? Wait a second. Hang on a second. Whenever there's a, oh, hang on. I better do this first. Okay, so then we go to this. I'm not on top of my game, guys, what I'm doing. So you have to forgive me. Let's see. That's why you need the producer, but the producer is actually rocking the dog to sleep right now. So
I think he just fell asleep on my shoulder.
grilled ham and cheese.
Oh my gosh, that's the best.
It is. You know, I do that. That was kind of a staple around here. My daughter was not a big toasted cheese sandwich fan until I started putting ham in it, and then she was like, "Hey,
Well, remember when she called it grilled cheese? She thought it was grilled cheese.
grilled cheese."
Grilled cheese.
Grilled
so
cheese,
she
yeah.
would always ask if she could have a grilled cheese sandwich. I thought that was really cute.
Kids, they say the
Kids.
darndest things.
Mhm. And she will never forgive me if she ever watches this.
Well, she thought, you know, when we first advertised we were going to have dancing on the show, she
Mhm.
thought we were going to show her videos, and I said, Samantha, I would never show your videos without your permission. I said, we're showing your mom's videos.
Oh, but man, Sammy's so good.
She's very
She's
good.
better.
Very good dancer. You know, Sergio Corello,
Mhm.
right? He came up to me at San Diego a couple years ago, and he said, how's Samantha doing? Oh, yeah, she's dancing and all this stuff. Thought she was a stripper. And I was like, Sergio, no, she performance art, you know, like on stage,
yeah.
dances and
Like
tap and
dance
ballet.
moms without as many crazy people.
Gosh, it was so funny. You should see the look in his face. It's like, you're letting your daughter strip?
Yeah, after she gets down to her private Christian school, if she goes and strips.
Yeah, exactly. I better.
French dip. Yes. Another good one. But now we're talking sandwiches. Let's see.
No, wait a second. If you're going to go sandwiches, you cannot.
The Monte Disco.
Okay. Well, the Monte Cristo, though, is only good if you get it at Pirates of the Caribbean at Disneyland. Because they actually,
the Monte Disco sandwich is a hit.
Because they actually deep fry the whole thing. A lot of times you'll go to get a Monte Cristo sandwich at a restaurant, and it's just French toast. And they put the meat and cheese in there. But
Night,
they
Andrew.
actually close it up and deep fry it at Pirates of the Caribbean. So
Grilled cheese and tomato soup.
great.
That's the best.
Lloyd, thank you. I'll get that stuff out to you guys this week. Yeah. Well,
But not French dip and tomato soup.
No.
That's just
toasted cheese and tomato
Faux
soup. That's a
pas.
classic.
Yeah.
But my favorite sandwich is the Reuben. I've had them in every city I've ever been to, and they're fantastic. And actually, the best Reuben I've ever had in my life, although the ones at Davidson's here in our neighborhood is actually really good, surprisingly good. But the best one I ever had was in a place called the Buffalo Gap, which is in down on John's Landing. That's not north. What would you call that? Northeast? Not. What would you call that area?
Oh gosh.
It's west. It's west side, but it's right on the river, sort of.
Right.
The Willamette River here in Portland. So we don't go down to Portland anymore because we don't want to get attacked by Antifa. But if I did, that's the Buffalo Gap is. See, there's a free advertising for the best Reuben in Portland.
Where's our
Yeah, where's our little stipend they send us, or at least food coupons or something?
stuff?
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, okay, Bert, we're there. Although I won't eat the Reuben.
Bert,
Big Mac tater tot casserole.
are you kidding me?
Oh my gosh, I think I just gained 10 pounds.
No Monte Cristo is good. Are you kidding me?
Well,
David, give me a break. Have you ever had the one at Disneyland? That's a question specifically to David Williams. Have you ever had the one at Disneyland? Because that will change your mind. My daughter wouldn't order it at Disneyland because she was afraid it would suck. and then everybody else had one. And she took a bite of mine. She's like, "Oh my gosh, that's the greatest thing ever!" And she wanted everybody else's lunch. I'm like, "No, you had your
They have
chance."
other stuff.
I said, "Trust me." Next
Frozen
time,
bananas.
those giant pickles you had when you were pregnant, they don't even have those anymore. They were like as big as
Ugh,
it was like
they're ginormous.
humongo.
Well, before Joshua came to us first San Diego, he was going to fly down with Aaron's parents. So we didn't want his first plane ride to be without us. And so we basically surprised him, kidnapped him, and told him we were going out for breakfast. And we ended up getting on a plane and taking him to Disneyland.
Yes.
But I was pregnant with Sammy, so I couldn't do much
So
besides that and my incredibly bad back. So I just ate frozen bananas and pickles throughout the whole park.
While we were on the Splash Mountain ride, we'd come
Yeah.
down and Shelley had this enormous pickle, and I'm like, "Where the heck did you get that?" Because I'm a dill pickle kind of guy, and I was very jealous.
Yeah, sounds 10 pounds, or at least 20. With my genetic makeup, it would be 20. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad.
David Williams says no Monte Cristo. So basically, what you're telling me is you've not had the one at Disneyland, so you won't
is
even
pretty
try
good.
it. You won't even try it. We mean it's pretty good. It's incredible. You
yeah.
know it is.
It was good. It's not like I would always order them.
If you're wait a minute, if you're at the Pirates of the
I
Caribbean,
would always order them, but it's not like I would order them all the time. Oh yeah, the big turkey legs. Mm-hmm.
Yep, it's good eats. Actually, at Disneyland, those are the best places to eat because all the restaurants, they act like they're restaurants, but they're really not. You know, they kind of sort of have that prepared food. You have like 3 or 4 items you can get, and they're all this. It's all the same. But except for that, that's a real restaurant. The Pirates of the Caribbean is a real restaurant. And when you go have breakfast with Pooh, and I mean Winnie the Pooh, of course, that's really good too. Of course, it's not cheap either. So. Oh, wait a minute. Did we went to that barbecue? But that was in Florida, right?
Yeah.
They had a barbecue at Disneyland that was actually okay.
Barbecue with Mickey.
Wait a minute. Best Reuben sandwich in LA is at Langer's. Where in LA, David, where in LA are you exactly?
Well, maybe
Without
not
doxing
exactly.
yourself. Yeah, without doxing yourself. But kind of like what area are you in?
You know you're over 2 hours now.
Yeah, well, it's because someone talked me into doing the Space Ghost.
Space Ghost.
This is the big show. You got to go long on the big show.
Yep, they serve pots of honey. Breakfast with Pooh.
See, people keep dropping in that haven't been in. We're still hanging with the same, viewership. People dropping in, coming in.
Oh, he's not in LA.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I know where you're at now. I forgot. Okay, so then you can dox the restaurant. Where exactly in LA is that restaurant? That's right. I forgot you're not in LA anymore. You're in. I won't say where you're at. You probably don't want anybody to know, but I do know where you're at.
Oh, Husker. Albuquerque.
Well, I wasn't going to say, but yeah, I know you're in New Mexico, but where's that? Where's the restaurant in LA? You said Langer's in LA. So where's that in LA? Give me something close to, so I could find it easy.
Bye, Bert.
Thanks for hanging out, Bert. Appreciate it.
Oh, I can't hold this dog anymore. My shoulder's killing me. My turn for surgery. Oh, something's wrong with me. Okay. We'll try, Bert.
See, someone just came in. Mark Kessler. Hey, sweet Space Ghost. Well, thank you,
Thanks,
Mark. I
Mark.
appreciate that.
All right, let's check the score, shall we?
She's just hoping Oregon loses because if you're an Oregon State fan, you hate Oregon. Most people do. Although her brother's an Oregon fan and alum, so he's ticked off that we won't support
do
it.
you have to? If you're an alum, does it mean you have to graduate from there to be an alum?
Well,
Shall we vote?
Technically, don't throw your brother under the bus now.
I'm not. It's in Glendale, the restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Are they getting their butts kicked?
39 seconds left in the first half. 39-26. USC's up. My brother will be really sad.
Yeah. Well, USC has some NBA players on their team, so that will always help.
Ooh. Do you use the whiteout pens? No, I think he uses a brush for your accents on black.
I do. Sometimes I'll use a, what was the question? A whiteout
A
pen?
whiteout pen.
No, never. I either use a brush with Pro White on it, or I've discovered these, where is it? These, they're like
like a
chalk
wax,
pencils.
yeah.
They're like charcoal white that work really well over the top. So like if I wanted
Sure,
to
Mark. Sorry.
extend that eye a little bit there.
I would think
So you can drop highlights in over the top of markers. They look really
scary.
nice over the top of those.
with a whiteout pen. What if it just goes? Well,
Pens
then I
are-
go black over the whiteout.
Yeah, I guess you black out the white out, and then you white out the black again, or whatever.
Just a vicious cycle.
That never ends.
Is it really bad that Mark only knows Space Ghost from Coast to Coast? It came on at night.
That's kind of, well, actually, that means you're not as old as me, is all that means.
See, it's not bad.
We used to watch that. I didn't get it at first because I thought it was very odd, but then once I figured it out, I thought it was pretty funny, and I watched it with my son when he was little. Once I figured out they weren't going to be inappropriate because it was on Adult Swim or whatever, or no, that might have been before they had Adult Swim, but it was at Cartoon Network at night or something, and so it was always dangerous that they might do something inappropriate I didn't want my kid to see, but they didn't, so at least that I remember.
UCLA won.
Did they?
Yes, by 10. Holy cow.
So there's going to be 3 teams in the final 8 from the Pac-12. How about that? That's just your basketball update, folks.
I don't watch all year, but I love March Madness.
Well, especially when the Beavs are in there.
Oh my
which
gosh.
is very rare.
Let's go back to the poem. Kidding. You didn't see my Ode to the Beavs poem. It's in the beginning.
Yeah, you guys that
Right
came in
before
late.
the tap dancing number.
There's a lot of good stuff at the beginning. So, you want to go back and check that out.
Good's kind of a stretch.
Well,
but
that's what we call it.
yeah.
It was originally Space Ghost and Dino Boy. Then he migrated over to Space Stars, which was his belt is black. Oh, is it? Okay, thank you.
David's the editor.
He's
the producer now.
Kirby fist. That's exactly right. That's a big old Kirby fist. Okay, so it's
The Alabama score. UCLA won 88-78.
oof,
Bama lost.
poor
Isn't that
Bama.
crazy?
That's a mild upset.
Well, yeah,
Wait, what was Alabama? Were they a 3 seed?
2.
2 seed? That's a huge
UCLA's
upset.
11.
That's a huge upset.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, if we can just knock off Houston,
Wow.
oh, the upsets just keep it coming. Nothing but dreams and
That's what
broken
it's all
hearts.
about. All right, guys. Well, I think that's pretty much all I got.
Lloyd.
What does he say?
You missed the tap dancing.
You
You
did.
didn't miss a lot.
Hey, you're gonna have to go back and
Oh.
check it out.
I got the face with the symbol too.
That's true. Everyone was high on the Big Ten, and they ended up sucking. Except Michigan's still alive and looks good, but everybody else, not good.
We're children of the well, our 80s were high school.
Yeah, I mean,
High school.
I consider
college?
myself a child of the '70s because that's when I grew up.
Yeah.
Was most impressionable. I didn't, I was in high school.
We were teenagers of the 80s.
I was a junior in high school in 1980. No, I wasn't. I was a sophomore in
Yeah.
1980. So yeah, so I mean, my formative years were in the '70s.
Man.
So it was rock and roll,
70s
baby,
and
and
80s.
comics.
Good music, really bad hair.
Yep, and clothes weren't great either.
No, great fashion.
The '70s? Okay, you're joking. Okay. Yeah, I mean, come on, that's just for Aaron's first lengthy right-hand drawing there. It's not too shabby. Could be worse. Could be raining. Go blue. Victor Thomas is apparently a Michigan fan. Well, they're in good
They
shape.
beat Florida State.
They beat them bad too.
Yeah. Now Bruins. Okay.
I hate UCLA. I went to USC. I've got to hate UCLA.
UCLA is where
I used
I
to love
suffered
it.
my
Yeah, you broke your back.
a compression fracture in my low back from playing volleyball against UCLA. Begged my coach to take me to the hospital, wouldn't do it. They gave me ibuprofen and Dramamine. Got home, figured it out, and then
I'm not sure how motion sickness pills are supposed to help with
supposed
AIDS.
to make you tired. Yep, could be raining, could be worse, could be
You
raining.
guys have to forgive me every time my shoulder dips in there. I keep forgetting that. But I can't get my arm too far, pushed out too far from my side.
So, did you like Ariel? I can't. Ovaletti's Space Ghost Run?
Yeah, kinda. I mean, like I said, I don't like to talk disparagingly of other creators. I like his stuff. Okay, it was a little too what he was doing at that time was like sort of that computer coloring that was very very airbrushy. So it was interesting, but it was also I'm not a big fan of that look, the coloring. So I was fine with it, but I wasn't in love with it.
It's not bad.
Steve Rude's Space Ghost was great because it was, he kind of did it like the animated show. And so I thought that was really good.
Mark, no worries. I've had to see. I was 21 when I did that. For a lot of years.
Wait, Mark
Trying
went
to
to
get over
UCLA?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep. Uh-oh.
You don't say that to a guy who went to USC film school unless you expect to get this. So it never fails to entertain.
Sports ball.
Let's see here. That's some good exercise there for the old getting my arm back into gear here. I think it worked out well for everybody. So let me turn that sucker off and let me change cameras here.
Uh-oh,
And we'll wrap up this fabulous show.
I'm a little tired.
Yeah, a little tired. Then I will say good night.
Good night.
So anyway, that's the show. We've had good conversations from everything from tap dancing to sandwiches. And there seems to be a little bit of controversy about the Monte Cristo, but I guess that will just...
versus the ribbon?
What does that look like? I have a lump right there. That's just a shadow. Yeah, okay. We'll cover that up.
Yep, spring training. Been many years. Yeah, you and me both.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it. All right, folks. So we had the winners for my cover number. Mm-hmm. We ate chocolate cake.
We did. Check.
We had tap dancing.
Check.
We read poetry.
Check.
We had multiple new segments added to the show.
I ate a lot of chocolate cake.
Well, you shouldn't have eaten mine. That's what you
did. I ate his too.
Good. Now I'm going to have to go buy that diet pizza to make up for the extra calories on chocolate cake. But anyway, so here's the bummer. I'm not going to be back.
Jellyfish. Yeah, don't forget jellyfish stories.
That's right. I'm not going to be here next Sunday because I'm going to be in Phoenix hauling my daughter back from college. But I will return the following Sunday with a huge show and hopefully more news about what's coming up career-wise.
Hopefully.
Yeah. And but do watch The Professionals on Thursday night because I will be still here for that. And that'll be hosted by somebody other than me. I think Andy Smith or Dan Fraga. One of those two dudes is hosting. And I'll be on that. And then we will catch up with you guys the following week, unless I get a wild hair and decide to do a midweek show. But
he's
a
maniac now.
It takes me too long to prep for these shows with all those video clips. So I'm trying to do more so you will have more.
Huh? Oh, you're a giver.
Isn't that nice?
You're a giver.
Anyway.
All right.
So anyway.
No. You do it.
So everybody, Lewis Brightraven is just now coming in at the end of the show. Nice.
They fell asleep.
Wait a minute. They ate chocolate cake and didn't share. That's not true.
I didn't share.
you came in late. We did share, and then she ate the rest of mine.
Oh yeah,
So
she shared.
I shared a
didn't.
lot.
I ate mine. You ate half of yours.
Mark, I'm not driving. I am flying down there. I'll have a rental car
Yeah.
while I'm in Phoenix, but other than that, then we're
We
flying
rented
back.
a storage unit down there for her and her
Yeah,
friends,
so we had to load her stuff into
so
the
that
storage
we
unit.
don't have to drag all that stuff back and forth. She has an apartment for next year, so
Yep.
it's all good.
Yep. So anyway, everybody, with that, we'll say goodnight. And again, thank you for joining us. I
Good night.
really appreciate it. Had a good time as always. I hope you did
Always.
too. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.